India taking on Sri Lanka. It's match number 2 in the MICROMAX Asia Cup 2012. We're coming to you live from the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium here in Mirpur. A few people have already turned up, interested in this edition of the Asia Cup.
Heads is the call from the Sri Lankan captain.
That's a head. Sri Lanka have won the toss.
Okay, it's Sri Lanka that has won the toss.
Well, India will look to get a big score here. Gautamgambhir and Tendulkar at the start of the innings. Virat Kohli has been in sensational form. Rohit Sharma needs to get a few runs, and Raina as well, and then Dhoni. And the all-rounders, Ravindra Jadeja, Irfan Pathan, Ashwin has the ability to bat well, and then Vinay Kumar and Praveen Kumar will bowl with the new balls. Very strong in the batting department. Sri Lanka, Dilshan and Mahela Jayawardene Sangakkara, Chandima Alupul Taranga in the middle order, and then Thirimane, Kapugedra, Parvez Maroof, the all-rounder, and then Kulasekara, Prasanna and Lakmal makes up the Sri Lankan team. Gambhir, the man on strike. Mahela Jayawardene has got a slip and a man near gully. Two men catching. Here we go. Kulasekara. Good start. Good line. Look to bowl the ball up. Opening the face to bat that time. Tendulkar will get off the mark. Again a teaser for the fielder. Puts in the dive, but it's for just a gentle push.
It wasn't a 4-ball, but he made it into one. Played it late, opened the face of the blade, and once he found the gap through point, it was going to be tough for the man in the deep to catch up with the ball. Full length dive, slide, skid, but the ball still won that race.
Magnificent shot. Last time it hit the stumps, but this time it's got the placement perfectly, just wide of the man at mid-on. Super shot this from Gautamgambhir.
Yes, that was a quality shot from the left-hander. In position early and showed it the full face of the bat. The footwork was good. And it was a powerful on-drive that fetched him 4. Execution was perfect. Didn't try to overhit it. It was all about timing.
Another full toss and taken. Sachin Tendulkar is waiting. He reckons the ball had pitched before the fielder. And umpires getting together now. Ian Gould and Steve Davis.
I think the question is whether that catch was taken cleanly by the fielder at short cover. Mahela Jayawardene took a good neat catch. It's not a high ball. It dipped a little, and it appeared as if it would carry on over the waistline, but it dipped on Sachin Tendulkar, who was once again surprised by a full toss. So that is the only query then. Even a full toss can be devastating for you. It was hit straight to Mahela Jayawardene, who took a neat catch. Good catch, and Sachin Tendulkar has got to leave the crease. He doesn't want to, but I think Sri Lankans have got a fair case against him.
Yeah, the catch was taken cleanly by Mahela Jayawardene, and just below the waist was the height of the delivery, the full toss, and the umpires are giving him out. What a disappointing end to Sachin Tendulkar. The full toss getting rid of Tendulkar for 6, 19 for 1 India. That's a very good shot from Gambhir. Good placement, 2 fielders there, but it's got it through. Boundary to end the over, 24 for 1.
Oh, that is a full toss. He's put it away. We were talking about staying on the pads. That's what he's done. It's a boundary, 31 for 1. Nicely put away on the pads. And look at the way Gautamgambhir has dealt with it. He's not trying to hit it hard. He's just looked to time it and hit it away from the fielder.
Well, he has such a lot of variety as a batsman, Gautamgambhir. So good on either side of the pitch, and that was just a little help, a flick, rolling his wrists. His outfield is fast, But he timed it well. It's such a lovely timer of the ball. Just look at the pace it raced to the boundary.
Just extension of defense. Didn't look to hit it too hard. What a shot that is. Very well executed. Just getting the bottom hand into play to get the elevation and gets a boundary.
It's a super shot. Didn't try to hit it too hard, as you just mentioned. What it did was just a placement with excellent, safest shot you can play over the top of the bowler.
Getting the charge this time. And what a shot. Will get him a boundary there. Gambhir realizes just 3 fielders outside the ring. He's got to get some boundaries.
Yeah, that's after 22 deliveries. They found a boundary and a good one. Once again, a little bit of width, beautifully played. Didn't he try to hit it too hard? Found the placement perfectly. Just by six. There was a fielder at the deep, but he was not close enough to protect that boundary.
Single will bring on the 50 for Gautamgambhir. And bit of a misfield. They were just ambling for one. Misfield in the deep allows the batsman to pick up 2. Yet another half century for Gautamgambhir, and a very good one.
Goes for an uppish drive, finds the gap. It's a fast outfield, and that ball will once again crash into the rope very quickly. So, Pervez Maruf. Late cut, nicely guided for 4. Used the pace of the ball once again. Sri Lankans give a 4 of the last ball. 128 for 1.
Now, did that pitch outside the leg stump? I think it did. Prasanna was very confident. It was more of a plea, I think, than anything else. They needed that wicket. Yes, I think it was definitely going down the leg side. So no question of that hitting the leg stump. So easy decision for the umpire.
300 appears to be on the cards, but let's first rejoice the 50 from Virat Kohli. Gets a good hand from the crowd. He's been extremely consistent. His 21st score of 50 in one-day internationals. Very consistent, very classy. And you can add 900s to those 2150, so he becomes a really good package for India.
Been very successful here. Has driven again so beautifully through extra cover. In his zone, he's so strong in that area through extra cover. Had the invitation, got full use of it.
Perfectly done. He had played a couple of balls in the direction of the fielder. This time he ventured to hit it over the top. What a good strike. Good thinking. He can amp it up anytime because he's got the power.
Full toss. Does it have enough to get to the boundary? Yes, it does. Well played, Virat Kohli. Gets to 80 with that boundary. 175 for 1. That'll be 4. Sloppy work in mid-on. Should have put in the dive and stopped it, Kulasekara. But much needed boundary for India to kick off this batting power play.
Yes, Sri Lanka usually do set very high standards in the field. But for some reason today has not been their day. Kulasekara diving on top of it and the ball going through. Should have been stopped. Kohli will be very happy to get a boundary.
Calling early. Directed this time, but Virat Kohli well in. But Ian Gould has gone upstairs. Looked like he was comfortably home. He's very, very quick between the wickets, Virat Kohli. But we'll have to wait and see. There's doubt in the umpire's mind.
Yeah, direct hits can surprise quite a few. Well in. Such a good runner in between the wickets. Very quick. Look at that bat dragging in. Good good example of any youngster watching it, how to back up and make sure that you stay safe.
Big cheer from the small crowd. Well, before, does it come off the pad? Doesn't matter as long as it's runs for India. It's leg buys.
That's poor stuff. Once again, he started with the wide, and then once again going down the leg side. Off the thigh pads. And you have that fielder inside the circle, the man at fine leg. You don't want to see the bowlers going down the leg side.
Sri Lanka has enough experience at the top to utilize such conditions.
Well, I did say at the pitch report that this is a good pitch, and that I expected teams to score maybe 600 runs. Oh, there was no run in it. I don't know what Gautam Gambhir was trying to do. There simply was no run in it. He hit the ball straight to the fielder. Now look at that, having hit the ball straight to the fielder, taken a few steps out, he wasn't going to be able to make it. So how was Kohli at the other end going to be able to make it? Judging the run is so important. There, the ball's gone straight, and it's a good height as well. Good height to the fielder. The full toss, and he's hammered it away for a boundary. He gets to 99, 216 for one. And that's a century for Virat Kohli. Second in consecutive innings against the Sri Lankans. Remember, he got that brilliant 100 against the Sri Lankans at Hobart.
He's going to break a lot of records, batting records, that's for sure.
Short ball, and that brings up Gautam Gambhir's 100 as well. 10th 100 for Gautam Gambhir as well.
They've all both been very useful for India, and this is how he got his 100. Short, was on top of it, and plenty of satisfaction reaching that 10th ODI 100. Look at his reaction.
Well, that's another full toss. At that pace, it's just a gift. The second consecutive full toss that Maruf has bowled. We've often talked about it, that if you've got the pace, like Lakmal has, the extra pace, you can afford to bowl those low full tosses. But look at that, this is not even an attempted yorker. This is at a very, very good height. This is almost like a benefit match delivery. It's a big hit, but it'll go straight to the fielder. Yes, he's taken that catch. Upul Taranga completing the catch. So Gautam Gambhir not quite able to carry on after getting 100. Much to the delight of the Sri Lankan fans. But what a partnership this has been between these two.
Important wicket for Sri Lanka. They needed to break it, and Gambhir on the back foot. Half volley, and good catch taken in the end. So a wicket for Sri Lanka. Finally the partnership is broken. Gambhir gone for exactly 100. India 224 for 2.
Well, the Indian skipper has promoted himself at the fall of Mahendra Singh Dhoni's wicket. He's got a tremendous record. Maruf bowling to Kohli, and Dhoni will look to come for the second. He will come. He is very, very quick between the wickets. Anything within the 30-yard circle, he's going to come. What a shot, but it's up in the air, and it's another wicket. Tirimani. And once again, you pitch the ball, you make the batsman do the work, and you get rewards. So 2 wickets in the over. to Parvez Maruf, the second centurion of the innings gone.
Well, this is a big one. This is a very big wicket because Kohli was threatening and Thirimana judged it well on the boundary. Fairly simple catch in the end, but two big wickets for Sri Lanka in the space of 3 balls. So both set batsmen dismissed. Kohli gone for 108, India now 226 for 3.
To be there till the end. A Yorker that's been put away nicely by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. That's his class. He'll create something out of nothing. A Yorker drilled for 4 through square leg.
Very well played. Not too many batsmen can do this. Very skillful. Deep in the crease, getting his front leg out of the way and making good enough contact. It's a very, very fast outfield, but well played. Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Can't believe it. The bowler did everything right. Of the series, beg your pardon. Dhoni's gone big. And Ian Gould, a bit of exercise. Brings up the 250 for India.
They'll get the crowds warmed up. First 6 of the match, and Dhoni really was in good control on that occasion. Picked up the length early and whacked it. It caught the toe end of the bat, but still good enough for a 6. That landed on the top tier.
What a shot from Raina. There was a man at long on, there was a man at long off. He went straight. Much needed boundary for India and Suresh Raina.
He's such a fine ODI player, Raina, because he can be unconventional and very conventional and classy, just like this drive. Powerful straight hit. There was a fielder there at long off, and the ball went across the turf in a jiffy past that man. Good balance, good strike.
And another one. Classic from Suresh Raina. Back-to-back boundaries. Getting down on the knees to get the elevation. Well played. Very well executed.
Showing why it's impossible to stop. The range is terrific. The balance was brilliant. Hit it intentionally over the field and got another boundary. So a couple of good strikes from Raina. 11 runs so far from the over with a ball to go. Pressure on Sri Lanka.
Well fielded. Fine leg inside the ring. Had it past him, it would have been a certain 4. Parvez Maruf, the fielder, cramping up there after that effort.
Yes, his stall really had to get down very quickly. It's a very fast outfield, and that is one good effort from him. Stopping a certain 4.
Again looking for the Yorker, straying in line, and MS Dhoni will not miss out. He's on fire. Partnership of 50 of just 30 balls between Dhoni and Raina.
Kulusevich bowled well in his initial burst. Has gone for plenty in this over. 13 from the over so far. Wrong line, full toss on the pads with the fine leg up in the ring is asking for trouble. All MS had to do was to miss that fielder, which he did quite easily. So this Sri Lankan attack is now looking panic-stricken.
Another full toss. Great over this for India. 17 runs of the over. 280 for 3. Again the Yorker, but doesn't get it right, and MS Dhoni gets it right. Strikes the ball very hard because he's a strong man and he uses his bottom hand to very good effect.
Well, MS has an eye of an eagle. Lashed onto it very quickly. Strong wrists, strong hands, brilliant eye. Low full toss is difficult to handle. We earlier saw Sachin Tendulkar falter against one, and Mahela's nightmare continues in the last 5 overs. They've been done in for plenty.
Raina, now deep mid wicket, can't get there. What a way to finish. Maximum for Suresh Raina. And it's a super shot right into the block hole and made it look very, very simple. So Raina signs off with the 6 and India get past 300. 304 for 3.
What a way to end the innings. India would be pretty happy with the eventual total. 304 for 3 of 50 overs. Centuries by Gautamgambhir and Virat Kohli. Got them going. Dhoni 46 from 26 balls. Raina 30 from 17. Gambhir with exactly 100. Tendulkar went early for 6 and Virat Kohli with a splendid 108.
It's all about partnerships with the top order. Tendulkar went when the score was 19. And an outstanding partnership of 205 between Gambhir and Virat Kohli, both getting hundreds like Ramesh mentioned. And then partnership of 78 of just 43 balls. 2 wickets there for Parvez Maroof, 2 in 1 over. And a wicket for Lakmal, that of Tendulkar. But in the end, they've been expensive. Sekula Lakmal going for 67 runs.
Mahela Jayawardene is going to take the strike. He likes to open for Sri Lanka in the ODIs. Here we go then. Irfan Pathan will get the ball to dart back into the right-handers. With that swing and, well, a better swing of the bat from Mahela Jayawardene. Is off the mark with a delightful 4. Apologies from Irfan Pathan. Not to the batsman, but obviously to MS Dhoni. Wrong line and paid the price for it.
Yes, that was at his pads, Mahela Jayawardene. He just loves it there. He rolled his wrist. This outfield is so quick. The fine leg, in fact, he was pretty square. And the outfield is so fast, it just races away to the boundary. No chance of stopping it. The new ball will take it away.
Well, that's gone. Hit hard. And he got the ball to bounce off the square. It was hit extremely hard into the turf. And the field at cover had no chance.
He didn't move. That's the batsman. He knew as soon as he struck it, it was 4 because he got it into the gap. He had enough width outside the off stump. And plays very, very strong square on the offside. Tilakratna Dilshan loves that square area.
That's gone for a 6. Magnificently done. What a great strike. It is on big time as far as Mahela is concerned. What a delightful shot that is.
Just look at this. With the swing over square leg, it came off the middle of the bat. It went quite a distance to the upper tier. He just went with the movement, Mahela Jayawardene. It was swinging into him from over the wicket.
Well, what a pretty shot that was. Came right at the middle of the bat. Beautifully done. That's gone for 4. Lightning fast outfield. You get value for your shots, and that really was a crafty piece of batting from Mahela. Waited for the ball and drilled it past point.
Not good bowling. Short and wide. Jayawardene will love it. He'll put it away all day. He had plenty of width. Both batsmen love width. Dilshan loves to go square. Jayawardene is such a complete player. Wide array of shots.
Down the track, inside edge, gets him 4. It's been an action-packed thriller the first 3.4 overs. Plenty of magnificent strikes. And a lucky one on that occasion.
Yes, it's a good play. Jayawardene having some luck. Looking to charge. I thought it was not necessary because he's already got a boundary. He was looking to come down the pitch, possibly to put Praveen Kumar off his length. Very lucky getting an inside edge. Could have easily gone onto that leg stump. Just passing the leg stump. Well, luck favors the brave, they say.
Oh, that's... and it's gone! How many times we've seen a soft ball getting the better of the batsman? In the end, it was a big wicket of a soft ball. Tilakratna Dilshan hitting that ball extremely hard, but straight down the throat of mid-wicket. He'd be disappointed.
Well, he didn't do anything wrong, Dilshan. He got it on the middle of the bat, but all he did was pick out Virat Kohli. Very lucky indeed, Irfan Pathan. That was a rank short delivery. And sometimes such deliveries get you wickets, and in this case, Dilshan out for 7. Sri Lanka 31 for 1.
That's brilliantly done. Great improvisation. That's gone all the way. Magic touch from Mahela Jayawardene. From nowhere, he produces this brilliance.
Well, he's been in that kind of form, Mahela Jayawardene, from Australia. Great shot, more of a slog sweep. Taking on Praveen Kumar. Just moving just that little bit, taking it from his off stump. Knowing that there is the fieldsman inside the ring at short fine leg, so he had space, even if he mishit it. But to his credit, it came off the middle of the bat. Now, this has prompted India to make more changes.
Oh, very close to that off stump. How did that miss that stump? I think he was looking for a bit of in-dip and it went the other way.
Well bowled. Indeed, he was on the move. Sangakkara was not in control of that shot. He was walking into it. There you are. He was definitely not in control. Very, very lucky. Could have easily hit that off stump. Sri Lanka could ill afford that.
Doesn't matter for Mahela Jayawardene. Standing tall and delivering. Elegance personified.
Well, that's what I was saying about the skill with both hands. We've seen him play some pull shots where the bottom end has come into play. Now look at the way the top hand dominates as he plays that shot. And elegantly done as well. He just dismissed it from his presence. Look at that. Magnificent stuff.
Something to do with the grip. Mr. Gavaskar. Modern day batsmen, a lot of them hold it low down. He's gone over the top and just cleared the man at mid-wicket. Sangakkara taking the attack to the left arm spinner straight away.
Well, he's trying to put pressure on the bowler. He knows that Jadeja has been under some pressure, but it was perilously close to that fielder because that's not the shot that Sangakkara generally plays. He likes to play straight. He's hit it with the turn. Dhoni won't mind, Jadeja won't mind, because therein lies their chance of getting Sangakkara.
It's in the air but in the gap. The placement was superb. And what a way to get to a 50 of just 40 deliveries. Great batting by Mahela Jayawardene.
66th time that Mahela Jayawardene has got a half century for Sri Lanka in one-day internationals. And this is the 16th against India. And look at that. That's a very, very narrow gap between extra cover and cover.
That's beautifully done, easily done. Gets it past the man at long on. Majestic Mahela.
Well, he's not going to hold himself back at all. Lovely dancing down the pitch, getting underneath it and placing it once again, bisecting those two fielders. No chance whatsoever. That is a really good shot under the circumstances.
And taken, gone, caught behind. This is the breakthrough that India were hoping for. Irfan Pathan is over the moon. India have struck gold. She can't believe it. Mahela has to leave, trying to guide the ball for a single and caught behind. The Indian flags are out. They become hopeful once again.
Had to go back to the pavilion for 78. Sri Lanka 124 for 2.
Knows the call, which is a very good call. It's a direct hit. I think it's gone. I think it looks tough for Chandimal. It's Rohit Sharma has hit the stumps. Third umpire is from Pakistan, Shahzaid Raza. India feel that they've got Chandimal here. How close is this one? Direct hit, I think, has made his ground. Full stretch was Chandimal. And so India need to now cut down on the rejoicement of a fall of a wicket, because it's Chandimal who has won the show from Rohit Sharma. Not out is the call. It's got to be from the third umpire.
Superb placement, and what power. Picked up the length early, gets into a good position, Sangakkara, and he smashed it.
Took it, I thought, from outside the off stump, Kumar Sangakkara, really looking to put Jadeja off. He realizes his chances against Jadeja. He dragged it from well wide outside the off stump, but he had open spaces to deal with. So, good timing, and look at the pace of the ball.
He's bowled in. This is a top spinner from Ashwin, and Chandimal looking to go over the top, misses the line completely. Important strike for India, and they're very, very happy.
Didn't see the need for that shot, really. Chandimal didn't have to play it, because he had a good partner at the other end. That was a carom ball. Missed it completely. Highly unnecessary. Big wicket, because Sri Lanka needed Chandimal to be there. Needed to support Sangakkara, but he's gone for 13. It's 152 for 3.
Well played in the end. There was a field in the deep. Now he's gone upstairs, signaled the boundary, and now he's gone to check if it's gone over the line.
Got the feeling it landed on the rope. Let's see whether it's on the rope or bounced just inside. I think it's gone for 6. Is it? Or has it gone all the way? Yes, I think he's given it a 6. So it's a welcome boundary, and first after 5 overs. So Terimana breaking the shackles.
Asia Cup 2020.
6 overs, 1 for 21. And look at the economy rate. Very good indeed.
Yes, and he's bowled well. He's got the ball to turn away from the left-hander. So that's not going to be easy for the left-handers to play the cross-batted slog. What Dhoni is doing is he's protecting the leg side. So he's got 2 fielders there, a deep mid-wicket and a long on. There's a long off as well, in case Sangakkara hits with the turn. Sangakkara tends to hit the ball straight. He uses the straight bat. Doesn't really hit too much inside out, doesn't really play cross-batted, but he might be needed to do that in case there are a few dot balls. He's got to try something different then. Well, there goes the cross-batted shot, and he's gone. That's not something that he plays well. And so the first ball of the batting power play, India strike. The well-set Sangakkara is caught very nicely, and so India get the breakthrough that they're looking for.
Success in the very first delivery of the batting power play, taking it wide outside the off stump. Better option would have been on the off side. Took it on and headed straight to the fielder. Will be disappointed, but he'll be a very happy man. He looked threatening from the time he started bowling. Ashwin picks up Sangakkara for 65. Sri Lanka 196 for 4.
Nah, he's given him out. Well, to me it looked as if it was going down the leg side. So 2 wickets in the over for Ashwin. And Sri Lanka now on the back foot.
Yeah, he's doing a Shakib Al Hasan here. Shakib Al Hasan also picking up 2 wickets in 1 over in the batting power play. This is a good delivery. Once again, the batsman playing across the line. Looks pretty adjacent. And the umpire thinks so as well. Ashwin picks up the 2nd wicket in this over, 3rd wicket altogether. He goes for 29. Sri Lanka 198 for 5.
The Indians have pressed home, but this is going to be runs down to fine leg. 200 is up. Taranga just getting a tickle. But the Sri Lankans were in a similar situation in that I think it was the first final in the Commonwealth Bank series. Ivan Kulasekara and Upul Taranga were the batsmen who really tried to salvage something, mount a challenge. They got very close. They're back again here. Well, Sri Lankans will be hoping that.
Oh, bowled in with a slow one. Beautifully done, yes. He's got dangerous Kulasekara with a lovely piece of bowling. Slow one, castling him. The Indian flags are out once again. 89 to win from 69, but with 4 wickets available to Lankans, it is now looking very difficult.
Clever bowling, very good thinking. He was in with the shot and he had played far too early. Vinay Kumar holding it back, bowling much slower. Kulasekara gone for 11. Sri Lanka now 216 for 6.
Kapugedra is marking his guard, so Sri Lankans do back deep. But the question is whether he can handle the crunch situation. Taranga needs a solid hand at the other end. The figures are not too flattering. And brilliantly done. Well, what a catch. Magnificent from Virat Kohli at point. First ball dismissal. Vinay Kumar has picked up another, but this time the credit has got to go to the fielder. Electric, brilliant, and very athletic was Virat Kohli.
Well, call it what you like, it was a brilliant catch. Kapugedra should consider himself very unlucky. Went at a ball wide of the off stump, but Kohli had to come up with something special. Kapugedra gone for naught. Sri Lanka in trouble, 216 for 7.
He's got to make sure that he hits the stumps. He's got to bowl as straight as possible, no slip, and no one close to the bat. And hits him on the pads, maybe going down the leg side, close but not close enough. Ian Gould there straight away telling him that it's a not out.
Well, he was hoping. And well, nice seam position, but that was just going down the leg side. And Ian Gould was pretty spontaneous. Didn't take time to think about it, straight away not out. Jayawardene Sangakkara got Sri Lanka going. From there on, the Sri Lankans just simply started losing wickets. The batting power play, where the Sri Lankans were expected to profit, really has been their downfall. Couldn't really come to terms with it. Now way behind the required rate.
That's a very nice shot from Pervez Maroof. Placed it beautifully, timed it well enough to give him a boundary. He's a tall player and can hit the ball hard. It's a pickup shot. Big dive from Suresh Raina, I think. Couldn't get the ball into play. Makes room, straight drives this one, and that's gone quite easily for a 6. Ashwin gone for 11 in this over, 227 for 7. Bowled him, edged it onto the stumps, and it's a big one. Upul Taranga was striking the ball neatly, but he's gone. Irfan Pathan has picked up his 3rd wicket. It's getting now more tough for the Sri Lankans to win this one.
Well, this could be the final nail in the coffin. Taranga was the last of the recognised batsmen, and he was looking good until he dragged it on. Great relief for Pathan. Taranga out for 17, Sri Lanka 241 for 8.
That's a good hit. One bounce, 4, picked it off a length. The angle was in to Prasanna. I was a bit surprised. He took a single off the last ball. It's an example that he can strike the ball. Gets Sri Lanka past 250.
Well, that's perhaps the reason why he took strike off the last ball. It's a good hit. It's a good calculated hit. There was a fielder at deep square leg, not at mid-wicket. And so he's used that vacant spot to good effect. One bounce over the boundary.
Taken, a simple catch for Suresh Raina. Again, the idea was good from Vinay Kumar. He was looking for the Yorker. It was a low full toss, getting the toe end of the bat, and Maroof has got to go.
Once again, the slowish Yorker, the bat turning in his hand. He was trying to hit it over mid-on. Good catch that by Suresh Raina. He's got a safe pair of hands, doesn't miss much. Maroof's spirited innings of 18 is done, 254 for 9.
Last man in for Sri Lanka is Saranga Lakmal. Just the 1 run in his first 12 games. Irfan Pathan will look to finish things off. Prasanna on strike. He's gone for the big one. Fielder getting underneath it. And safely taken by the great man, Sachin Tendulkar. It's a very, very good win for India. In the end, a comfortable margin of 50 runs. And Irfan Pathan having a very good match, picking up 4 wickets.
And he's taken important wickets, Irfan Pathan. He first got rid of Dilshan, then Mahela Jayawardene, who was batting so well, and Taranga, who was looking dangerous. So those 3 were very, very important wickets. And of course now reward for some good bowling, the slower delivery and the tail ender all right, but these are all valuable wickets. Once again showing that he's made a complete recovery, Irfan Pathan, and now belonging in the India one-day side. He was such an important cog in the wheel a few years back. Then injury came and he was out of the team, but he's back in the team, and that 4 wickets was just a one. He's asking for the ball as a memento, because 4 wickets in one-day cricket is not a regular affair.
In the end, you have to say India put in a good show. India lost the toss, Sri Lanka winning the toss and deciding to have a bowl first. India getting a big score, 304 for 3. Top order coming good. 100s for Gambhir and Virat Kohli. An entertaining partnership between the captain MS Dhoni and Raina made sure India got past 300. And chasing 300 is always going to be difficult. The target was 305. Sri Lanka got off to a flying start, and this man, Mahela Jayawardene, played a beauty. Side was dominating at that stage, but once he got out, things became more difficult for Sri Lanka. Then India managing to pick up wickets at regular intervals meant that Sri Lanka in the end were bowled out for 254.
Sri Lanka needed their batsmen to fire. They needed a big partnership as well. India had a 200+ partnership for the second wicket between Gautamgambhir and Virat Kohli, both of whom got 100s, and that gave just the kind of platform that Mahendra Singh Dhoni needed when he came in the 43rd over. But over here, that is the Sri Lankan batting card. Jayawardene at the top of the order, 78, Sangakkara 65, and then Thirumalai 29. But apart from that, really very little contribution. Batsmen got off to starts, but weren't able to convert it into meaningful scores, or scores that could make a difference to the result. Irfan Pathan 4 for 32, Vinay Kumar 3 for 55, but don't forget Ashwin. Ashwin also bowled really well. 3 wickets for 39. India used 7 bowlers.